You can't stop the stream.
They tried to.
No. You can't stop the stream, Mel. You know what? If Zoom wants to be a little whatever, then we'll go to Discord. That's how we do, right? And the video quality's better. There, I said it.
Can't keep a good hoe down.
Right. We are good
That's
hoes.
right.
If nothing else, we are good hoes.
And that is the name of this episode.
Good hoes.
Good house.
Right. Okay, so for the sake of brevity, if you're just joining us in the previous part of the game, they decided to go after the white dragon that was in a cave. Right?
Yeah.
We wanted to be sure Micah was okay.
Yeah, and you woke him up, and he seems all right. So for the sake of brevity, let's say you went down to Angul, which I believe that's what you were going to do now. Yes?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mhm.
You head down to Angul, and there's a flurry of activity. There's people everywhere. And they all can't seem to stop looking up. But as you get closer to the docks, Nash, you hear someone call out, Nash! And off of one of the boats, one of the bigger boats, of course, a rope from the mast, a man, a very manly man, comes swinging off the mast, and he does a flip and lands on the deck, and he runs towards you. It's Nick Fillet.
Mm-hmm. I'll run up to meet him, and I'll do the big, jump hug where your legs wrap around, the classic.
Framed by moonlight.
Yes, the brand new
And
Moonlight.
stars for the first time.
He grabs you by either side of your head, and he looks you in the eye. How did this happen?
To be honest, I really don't have an answer for that. It's a very, very long tale that I think should be told with a fire and some nice food. Not in this moment. But let's enjoy it.
Nash, behind you, everybody, suddenly there is a light. Something like 50 feet off the ground, which I described before. Humanoid shaped. And a voice booms across Angul. I am become Saros, goddess of the eclipse. This figure has robes hanging off it that are billowing in an invisible wind. It's bathed in moonlight. Very, very bright moonlight that emanates from this figure.
I kind of feel bad for all the cult followers that we wrote off and decided they would be fine to be casualties in this world thing.
So that's always.
Not anymore.
Figure lowers to the ground very slowly and walks toward you. It's almost painful to be near it. It's like a buzzing in the back of your skull anytime it gets near. But holds out a hand. That's right, Roscoe.
Should I reach out and I grab the hand?
Saros takes your hand, and when she does, images flash through your mind. You see a little boy who got shot in the eye. You see a small lizard folk child wandering through the wilderness, through Sycthia as it was before. You see a warforged there when the rupture happened. You see a big green man who gets turned away by his not his stepmother, but it's complicated. And then you see pink light and purple light flowing into a person. The first time it happened, she was able to shunt several hundred people out of the time stream for a second to protect them from an implosion. The second time, because of the size of the reactor and the super slag that Tess dumped into it, this person always was immortal. She existed in every point in time at once. And she was able to shunt all of the slag out of the time stream. You see this as flashes in your mind that go by really quickly. This creature, I hesitate to even call it a humanoid, it's more of a creature at this point, looks at you. No pupils, just white eyes that are emanating moonlight, basically. Looks at you. You did such a great job, Roscoe.
I think we all did.
Yeah,
Did we do it right?
you did as right as could be.
What happens now?
That's the cool thing. Whatever you want.
I turn around. Like the citizens of the town gathered around and everything.
Yeah, everybody's standing there watching this.
I turn around to all of them, my friends standing there. I guess I want to keep adventuring with you guys.
No matter what we do, I think we should do it together.
We can't hear you, Adamant.
It was nighttime when we caused this thing to fix everything, right?
And it is now.
Mhm.
That means those vampires are still there, y'all.
Yeah, that's
Let's go.
If we get there by morning, they'll never expect the sunlight. They won't know when it's come back.
they would know the sky is different too, though.
Yeah, we got some things to take care of.
Oh yeah.
I think we've earned a night of rest, though.
Oh yeah, I guess we should do that.
I need a night of rest. I'm really tired, you guys.
What about the goddess of the eclipse? Will we see you every now and then?
Perhaps. It's hard to say. Although I have a feeling we'll see each other again, Roscoe. With that, she lifts off the ground and ascends to 50 feet in the air. She holds her arms out to the sides, and the moonlight expands to cover all of Angul. And then she winks out. Nash, Nick is still holding you like... So, What do you want to do now?
So that was always right,
Not
It was.
anymore. Yeah,
right?
used to be.
Or
Used to be.
so I guess it's not really always. It's more like used to be.
Yeah.
And
Always is not forever.
but always did such a great job. Like I'm so proud of always. Just yay! Always did this.
Always was so smart. She made a white dragon create her religion for her for later. Like that's good. That's smart. Well played.
Right, like everything. Always knew.
I'm proud of us too.
But we just survived.
Yeah.
We just had to not die from these dragons. No.
That was no small feat.
As a DM, you guys did
Literally-
everything you were supposed to do to make that happen.
Literally just
Yeah.
don't die.
So
Nick,
we're just
where's the best place to sleep for the night? Because
don't
this
go
conversation
cavern.
is making
Nash,
less
you know
and
where
less
that
sense.
is.
Go see.
my
Oh.
bunk.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I can't wait till what's his name shows up, declares his love for
I
you,
don't-
and you're in a triangle.
Crenshaw, Nick Fillet.
Yeah, Crenshaw's gonna be like, "Who are
Oh
you?"
no.
I hope
don't think
he's
the
more
name
like,
for all of
oh,
us.
who are you?
So we're just assuming the whole caldera, the lava. That's probably all good now, right?
We
Do
could
you
go
think that
check it
pool of
out
lava is still there?
after we take a nappy.
Well,
Yeah.
it's not gonna grow, right?
It's probably
Adamant,
just a big crater.
the radio should
Yeah.
work without interference if we want to check with our friends that are there.
This is what are we? Pinnacle 23. Right?
25.
25.
This is Pinnacle 25. Come in. Anybody?
Over.
Who is this?
I literally just said I was Pinnacle 25. Over.
I hate this person.
Yeah, but
I'm gonna
who
find
is it?
this person.
This is the next
Oh,
person we have to kill.
This is Adam Man and Pinnacle 25. How's it going?
Going pretty good.
Quest status of the caldera. Over.
Everything's fine. Over.
Is it gone or is it just sitting there? Over.
No, it's fine. Over.
Man, I hate this
That's
guy.
good enough for me.
That's fine. Everything's fine. Don't worry
It's
about
not
it.
bad.
Yeah. Things aren't getting worse.
Wait.
This was just
Who
a
is
red-
that? And where are they right now?
Yeah, please identify yourself. Over.
Oh, this is Andy. Over.
Everybody write down kill Andy. It's on our list.
Kill.
Andy's gonna die.
Top of the list.
Yeah, we're gonna find you, Andy.
Andy and the vampire.
I do have. Maybe we shouldn't go by Pinnacle 25 anymore.
Hmm?
I don't know. It just feels a little bit
Yes,
wrong now.
I thought we were the janitors.
Yeah, I think we're the janitors.
But
'cause
nobody
we
would have
really
known.
cleaned up that flag.
Nobody would have known that who I was talking about if I'd said
Oh
that.
yeah, the radio, right.
Yeah, we
Although
have to-
no one knows anything on that darn radio.
I don't
Yeah.
think that anybody knows who Pinnacle 25 is over
I think
there.
I think there's a reason that Andy is put on the radio and that he's useless.
Well,
Dead.
y'all want to get a room at the Old Goat Tavern for old time's sake?
Mhm.
Absolutely.
Let's do it. Oh
Well.
my god. Am I finally gonna get a long rest?
All stories have to come to an end.
No,
Entropy
don't do it.
ends right here.
Yay.
Thing you see is 40 Nick and Nash all cuddled up on a twin bed.
Oh. And in the epilogue, you see Tess holding a gun, Andy going, "No, I'm sorry, please, I'm sorry." And Man's just like, "Do it."
I want you to do it.
Then another cutscene of all of us looking badasses walking towards the vampire village.
Yeah,
We
down
could
the
do that in a
pier.
one shot.
Yeah, like
Down the pier. Absolutely.
Roscoe's like holding a vampire over his head, and the sun just peeks over the horizon. And we all take a trip to see Simuanya with Turnock and see his parents.
Parents,
Oh,
yeah.
That's
man.
definitely an epilogue.
Yeah.
Can't forget about Turnock.
So thinking back across, I really think it was like a year and a half till we've been doing this.
definitely a solid year.
Year and a half since we started Endless Midnight, and
That's-
then a little over a year
Yeah,
since
sounds
this
that sounds
campaign.
reasonable. Yeah. What were your what was your favorite moment? What sticks in your head even now?
When Tess killed the dragon. Not the last
That was a
dragon,
moment.
but Laszlo.
Mm.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would call it my favorite moment, but that definitely still stands out the most as like
Yeah.
the biggest moment for Tess.
Tess killed 2 out of 4 dragons in this game.
Well, Tess had the most powerful weapon. So
2d12, baby.
yeah.
My favorite part was the king in yellow and just like all of that.
Yeah.
And like walking in,
Absolutely
and we were
gorgeous.
like, and we shot the king in yellow, and then like we realized he wasn't even in charge, and we were like, oh no, and we all turned towards the the purple
Yellow
whatever it was.
jester.
And we were just like,
Yeah.
oh no!
Tess just
I was gonna
splattered
say
his
my
head.
favorite. That was so messed up. When the cliffhanger to the episode before that was one of my favorite moments when they were
Yes.
like they identified Nash as the fire witch. We were all like,
What?
okay, we'll see what that means in a week, I guess. That was amazing. The fire witch.
Man.
Terrifying.
Been a good run.
It really was. I'm looking forward to our next one.
But I'm
Mhm.
also excited for this vampire slaying one shot.
We're definitely going to do that.
I think we made a mistake by not going to Capello.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, what fool would be like, there's vampires there? Okay, let's walk into that town. I'm sorry. You shouldn't have warned us.
Do we level up at the end of the
You know what?
campaign?
Yes, you're level 10.
Yay!
And then maybe we can get our good friend Soros to let us train in the multi-dimension and we'll without time for like 2 years before we go
Right.
kill the vampire.
We're like,
Are we
well,
Dragon Ball Z in this?
fight them.
What is happening?
I think we should. I
Well,
think we could get a quick few levels.
it's not like they're going anywhere now. With the sunlight being a thing, they're kind of pinned down to where they can take shelter.
But now
Oh, man, I can't.
I guess it wasn't a moment, but I do loved the fact that we had motorcycles to ride on.
Yeah.
I love because we would end up having to always try to figure out a way around stuff with these motorcycles. Like, oh, where do we put these things? Oh, how do we get across? Oh, how is this gonna work? And we're always like, we were all coming up with like crazy stuff. Like we're gunning it, we're jumping, or we need enough room to put all of these things in.
Where did
How
you
is
leave
this
those
gonna
things
work?
anyway?
They're an
Absolutely.
absolution.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because we flew back on the dragons.
Right.
But I love that it was very Mad Maxy, very kind of like Priest. If you guys have seen the movie Priest,
Oh yeah.
The best
it's
thing about
very
that movie is the motorcycle.
it's very much like that feel. Like I love that we had these things, and it was pretty cool.
Mad Maxy, yeah, where you got the motorcycles from I thought was a good session.
The orc at a raid. you
Yeah,
know?
the raid on Ghoul.
Hmm
Mhm.
Our
Recording
balloon
that.
tower defense system that we.
That was
Yeah,
great.
that was yeah.
Yeah, that was much easier
Oh
than
my
the
god!
series of intelligence rolls that Roscoe had to do to get his motorcycle working.
Yeah.
But his
But it
was
worked
better
out.
than ours, as it should be, because he worked harder. He did. You worked harder.
And as much as it was,
And,
maybe it felt a little slow at first, I really did enjoy our time in the school as students.
Mm.
I actually did enjoy a lot of those sessions of us just kind of like getting to know each other and hanging out and then like learning. And yeah, that was kind of fun. We had some fun
Failing
moments
class.
there. Yeah, failing class. We're like, what did you get on your test?
Got an F.
I
Well,
got
we're
a
being
four.
chosen for this.
Yeah.
Woody's withdrawals and stuff, and that transformation that he went through was.
Yeah, that was interesting.
Exactly what I was going to say next. That was such a great arc in the campaign.
Yeah, I
That was
really,
really well
Catherine
played.
looked after him. Yeah.
yeah, I really love that how it all came together. Like I said, I always knew I wanted Vordy to develop and change very dynamically into like a badass fighter and get out of that whole mindset. And I knew everybody was getting tired of it. Like, oh, here she comes again, like drunk as mess, like get over like well you guys had no idea like that was what I wanted it to be and feel that way. And it was so funny how Tesselae's move was this catalyst that I was like, bam, this is what is going to really set this in motion. Yeah, make it very dramatic.
I was
But
actually
also-
a fan of. I was actually a fan of pre climax Vorty.
Yeah.
I was a fan. I like new
That was-
Vorty too. I'm just saying I think I might have been the only one that didn't get annoyed at Vorty early on.
Oh, I loved it. And it was so well played. There were some sessions where I was like, is Alex like blackout right now?
I remember
Or is this just Vorty?
Even literally texted me mid-session one time and asked, he's like, "Is Alex actually drunk?" I was like, "I don't know."
He's just a good actor.
Very convincing. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I had fun with some of those sessions. I really did. I was just like, be drunk the entire fucking time and be a mess and just say whatever, like, first thing that comes to mind is what he would say. Blurt it out. Don't give. And I think it was fun that he kind of gravitated toward Nash because they had very similar types of personalities there. Him under the influence and Nash like, yeah, let's just like fucking throw stones at each other and shit.
That did happen, didn't it?
It
Yep.
sure did.
Oh, that was so great.
It did. Yeah, the first time Nash met Lazuli actually was a pretty. I thought that was the end of Nash forever.
Yeah.
It was close.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't learn my lesson at all, but. hmm
And yeah. And a lot of like real genuine emotion and some party conflicts that I loved how it all played out. And I think everybody just it was so great playing with you guys. And it will continue to be.
Always is.
Thank you, James.
Thank you, James.
Thank you for coming on. We have a.
And thank you guys for watching too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, thank
You're the real heroes.
We have a couple of new games coming up fairly soon. We've had Endless Midnight, then we had Endless Midnight Entropy, which just ended today, and next is going to be Endless Midnight Genesis. With I think you guys are all coming back for that, right?
Mhm.
Same cast?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. You're the boss.
Who, me? I just show up when Erica tells me to.
Oh, we'll ask producer
Yeah,
Eric.
producer Erica is definitely the boss.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do another one pretty soon that I'm gonna DM. We're gonna play Advanced Dungeons and Dragons, second edition from 1989.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Alden's gonna be in it, and Jason Meadows, and who? Maybe Travis Miller. Maybe you're muted again, Alden. And Joe Cabo, the infamous Joe Cabo, is gonna be in that one. So that's gonna be more less role playing and more like mechanics kind of stuff because AD&D it's more complicated than 5e, but not as complicated as 3.5.
Our stats are going to be so bad.
We're gonna do it old school. We're gonna roll for stats on screen.
Awful.
We're gonna use paper character sheets. We're gonna do it old school, the whole deal. So
That's like OG. That's like Baldur's Gate, right?
There's
Yeah.
gonna be very little role
Baldur's
play.
Gate
It's
was
gonna be
advanced.
mostly. It's gonna be fantasy tropes, rescue the prince or princess, whatever you're
Yeah.
into.
You're all gonna have
dragons
high
and
fantasy
yeah,
names.
it's gonna be. We might run some old school
Warm
dungeons,
Bazaar.
that kind of stuff. That'll be fun.
Cool.
Very cool.
Yeah,
It's
that'll be
going
fun.
way back.
Wow.
Yeah, and then we're gonna have whatever Morgan decides to run. Right now, she's running Brigophobia on Wednesday. I don't know how much longer that's gonna go. But whenever it's done, I'm assuming she's gonna run something else. So, yeah.
Likely a Wild Mount homebrew fusion.
Oh Lord. So join us on Wednesdays for Morgan's game. Kristen is clutch in that game. Let me tell you.
Yes, we love Gran.
Oh, grand.
Alden's okay, but
I'm just there to take hits so that Gran can do her magic. And you're welcome.
Even though Gran tries to be the tank all the time and everyone's so mad at her.
we're just not. We're not mad. We're worried. I'm like, how many hit points do you have? Because like, when Morgan
Also, I'm
hits
so
hard,
old.
It's so old. I broke a hip. Well, yeah. Let me in here. Jeez.
I've fallen and I can't get up.
all right. Well, thank you guys for coming. Watchers, thank you for watching. Players, thank you for playing. And
DM. Thank you for
Thank you for
DMing.
DMing.
thank you, Steven. We'll see,
See you
next
guys
time.
on Wednesday.
Love you guys.